for Fnatic right now still would be that they don't have any way to deep push. It's like the IO spirits. Gyrocopter is not really that hero that you want to be there for deep pushing. You want to take the fight around the gyro with the call down around defending towers, but they don't have a way to slow down the push that's coming out.
I was going to say, is it too fast a pace of a game to get Abed on something like a Tinker? Does that just get run over, or can that sort of be the deep push global hero that you're talking about?
Tinker versus Pugna though.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I mean,
a lot of the
surely,
heroes,
you can't do it against.
It just becomes pretty miserable to play versus.
So we're not looking for an int hero. What are we looking for Abed then?
I'm trying to think what I've been seeing, like the pattern of him, especially at least in the pubs.
I mean, can he just go for something like a DK, something boring, something safe?
A DK gyro Bane time.
Because they also, I mean, I guess Tiny's good for towers, but they themselves don't really have the best sort of tower hitters at the moment. Or maybe just something else to help take them.
They have to.
I mean, could they just get Abed on his Ember Spirit and go for the Battle Fury build against the Brood? Or is that too risky again? Because you are going to
that takes time.
Run over.
I think they can just still get run over.
But the global pickup potential is nice. You know, getting around the map with the Ember and the IO gyro. You know, you have a lot of.
They've got a lot of activeness. Like that would make them being quite active as long as they don't just get dominated in the laning phase.
And you know, I'll say they do actually still ban.
Oh, it could be the tiny mid, because the one thing I want Fnatic to do is at least have two ways to solve the Brood, two lanes that they can have a hero go against this hero.
I mean, one of the heroes that we have actually seen do well against the Brood, sort of to surprise a lot of people, I feel, in a lot of lanes. Monkey King.
Yeah, I thought that's the one you were going to say.
This is the hero that, on paper, it feels like Brood's going to run over this hero, but the reality of it, you know, with the nurse to Brood, the fact that she hasn't got quite as insane movement speed, you do get that Ginger Mastery stacked up, and bam. You clear out the spiders with a good boundless strike, and you pretty much bully Brood out till she has to regen to get back in.
Yeah, she got so strong because she's very good against spell nukes, because the magic resistance on the spiders, but Monkey King's physical.
Yeah. So I'd be interested to see if that's something that they might think about.
What about the Kunkka? Kunkka was banned. Okay, just kidding. Okay. Liquid did take that one out.
Banned. But as you said, Tiny could go mid. They could even put the gyro IO mid.
Yeah, it's just about solving the Brood problem, at least in the start, so you don't just get run over that fast.
I mean, maybe it's Envy. He's going to pick a Terrorblade. We don't know. But so it is what you said.
Tiny mid.
It is tiny mid.
Enigma
yeah. Okay. And then the Spectre. So Liquid's sort of coming in with some late game reinforcement, but also a way to sort of, you know, you're going to have this very sort of active Matuma man playing very aggressive, and Miracle wants to pop him to join him for a kill. Now he can. And a Miracle Spectre, I feel it's been quite a long time since we've seen a Miracle Spectre.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I haven't. I mean, of course, we haven't seen too much lately, though. But
sure. But in terms of sort of when you've seen Liquid at tournament, I mean, when was the last time that they drafted Liquid Miracle a Spectre in a program?
It's kind of interesting because like the way that they've drafted is like this Broodmother and Pugna, they're going to apply so much pressure. That's what
all the space is going to be there for the Spectre.
All the space for Miracle to have the dream, which you could end up having this game. Spectre versus IO, not a very fun matchup. Playing the IO versus that one.
I mean, it always is hard to sort of look at the drafts when there's Fnatic in the game, because it always feels like Fnatic sort of shoot themselves in the foot, but then somehow they end up looking pretty impressive in the game. Yeah. And there are sort of those big... There's the Universe Enigma. Like this, he can do incredible things on this. So I think a lot of people are going to come into this matchup, say, first game of TI Liquid, look at this, it's a terrifying lineup. They have Pugna, they have Broodmother, they are looking to run Fnatic over, but it's Fnatic. They do surprising things. This looks like a 20-minute game, but you might as well add an extra 0 on there because it's Fnatic. This could be a 200-minute game as well.
It could go quite a long time. They have to be able to stall it so that the Enigma can get to the point of like the BKB and the Blink, because if you look at Liquid's draft, they don't have a way to stop the BKB Enigma. Sure, they can get maybe a Dominator on the Brood. I don't know if Matu does that build, get the Troll Creep. I think 33 is one of the bigger players that does it.
Whenever I think of Matsuma Man Broodmother, I just remember the game where he rushed Butterfly.
I knew you were going to say.
All right. Shout out to Obs. Who have we got in the Obs?
Magic.
It's Wep, isn't it? Shout out to Wep.
This is definitely mind control, right? Magic or pure damage at the end.
I'm doing these predictions right now. Magic or pure damage. What's mind control playing?
Pugna.
Oh, yeah. Well, right. Players with the most kills at 10 minutes.
I'm putting Abed. Me. You can change it yourself.
Yeah. And player with highest net worth by 25 minutes. Miracle.
I did Matu.
Oh, Miracle. Total number of smoke gank kills at the end.
I'm doing 5 to 8. Whatever.
Okay, yeah, we win. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so here we go. This is the first game. We're going to claim first game. I know there's 3 other games, in fact, which you can go and check out across the variety of streams. And of course, there is the multicast stream as well, hosted up by our beautiful man, Alexander Richardson, who will be taking you through all of the games, which is going to be pretty crazy. But if you want to stick with particular ones, you can sit here with myself and Fogs and be safely in the comfort that we are going to just be sticking with these games through and through. So Liquid versus Fnatic. Very exciting drafts. We've got some different stuff already. It's TI. We are going to see a new meta evolved, and this could very much be the start of it. I am most intrigued by if we are going to see Gyro become a hero again, because there's, out of all the heroes, that feels like the hero that hasn't been a hero for the longest.
Hasn't been changed. Nothing got changed either.
Nothing got buffed.
It was a very early pick of the Gyro, and there's a lot of burst damage. I mean, Pugna alone already is one of those heroes. Playing Gyro, playing a lot of those edgy heroes, just doesn't feel so great.
Up there, top DS. So a bit of a bounty rune brawl, and Fnatic were able to make sure that they got the rune. DJ was able to pick it up. Now they're turning. In fact, Kuro has got to be careful. A few more right clicks and he could be done for. Pielighter goes in, tethered up by DJ as Fnatic get the first blood onto Kuroki.
So starting full aggro, now they're going to switch away. DJ's going to port bottom. Alright, good way to punish the Crystal Maiden. Not the, of course, still a pretty strong hero if you're able to get your spams off, but if you collapse on top of Crystal Maiden at the first few levels, quick, easy kills. Okay. But yeah, very intrigued to see what the Gyro can do. And I'm going to be looking at this bottom lane. I think this is going to be pretty tough for Envy. Oh yeah, the pressure's going to be on from Mind Control and GH, that is for sure. The spam, as you say, this very strong dual lane of Shaker Pugna. It's going to cause issues, and DJ has to be very careful with his positioning. You have to make sure to not let them double up the creep waves too much on you in this bottom lane. So Envy, you see he gets flagged right away, but already double range creep coming in. Control and GH already preparing to just throw that pressure out and make him blast it under tower. Mess up that CS. Right, we see the aggressive glyphs coming out every time Matu's been walking up for a creep, trying to get like the spiders built up. Abed's been using that around. Pielighter doing some favourable trading here with Kuro, and with that Brain Sap and Nightmare, keeping himself safe. He's able to salve up as well, walk off, make sure that he's got the sustain to stay in the lane. Mid lane matchup, 8-for-3 against the 2-for-0. A very nice lane so far here from Abed on his time. First few levels, Matu. Hang on. Oh, a very nice lane here for Abed as he just gets a kill 1v1. Abed's turning up. Matuma Man, he hasn't had his breakfast, as it seems. He's got to wake up. That right click looked like it did a lot of than I thought it was going to. Actually brings down Matu. Okay. And probably got the higher end of the roll on the right click. I mean, that's really terrifying. Brood is a hero that, sure, first 2 levels, 3 levels, you're not the strongest. It's once you start getting like your level 4, your 5, you build up those spiders. But if a Tiny just starts running away with the lane, you can deal with the Brood. You can go hunt him, because you know Brood's going to go run to Ancients with the spiders, try to farm it. A Tiny just walks in there. You throw your tree and you pretty much kill all the spiders in one shot. Well, as we can see as well, ladies and gentlemen, some new and exciting additions to the stream. As you may have already noticed at the top, we are going to be able to have that live experience difference indicator. You can see just below the gold difference. Also on the side, as you can see, the number of viewers watching that have that team selected as their favorite team. So a lot of Liquid fans turning up. I'm a little surprised there's that. 12,000 of you have Liquid selected as your favorite team. Only 1,000 for Fnatic. And of course, if you want to add yourself to that number, it's all about just watching us and listening to us, of course, in-game. And whatever team you have set as your favorite team in your battle pass will give you add you to the numbers at the top. As we can see, there's one nice little count at the towers. If you can't count yourself, don't worry. We've got the numbers. Wow, this early start for Fnatic's fantastic in this game. Yeah. Right, they're playing versus this Brood Pugna, which they can get kind of run over, but the ways that they set up the lanes is perfect. Universe is getting a free time up because of this tri-rotation that they did at the beginning of the game, and Abed has actually just forced Matu out. Matu's just trying to build up spiders from the jungle before he can start walking bad in. And sure, it's on an amazing lane for the Gyro, but Envy, he's still getting something out of it, as you say. This could be a lane that could absolutely play out 10 times worse. But Envy and DJ holding their own against the pressure of Mind Control and GH. Get aggressive. Burst from Mind Control back out. They've got the missile onto GH. They are going to look to give him a bit of a rundown. With the ball as well, slapping in from DJ. GH, homing missile inbound. It's not going to be enough damage. And it looks like they'll actually turn their attention towards Mind Control. DJ has to back away, but there's the turn with the Fissure and the Blast. He's in trouble, and can he survive? He has got the tether still from DJ. And it looks like he'll be fine. No one to go down.
on that bottom lane.
This is actually pretty... I mean, I'm sure they first picked the IO, but it's a pretty cool solution to deal with this type of, like, the dual pressure that comes up from the Pugna. You can just... If you get hit by double blasts and whatnot, you can just use your sustain perfectly. And I mean, this mid lane is really going to be the big thing that really has to be the adjustment. How can Liquid adapt to deal with this Tiny, who's going to be level 6 already, having complete freedom?
Yeah, Matu will... We should be able to... Despite sort of getting crushed at the earlier stages, he's of course got that ancient camp that he'll constantly be going up and down to, keep himself on par and maybe even ahead. Because sure, we do see Abed with about a 50% lead on the last hits, but of course a lot of those will have been the Spiders.
Yeah.
Picked up with the cleave.
But it's I mean, it's a top lane too. Like there was Spectre, Crystal Maiden is a very weak lane. That is an abusable lane for sure. And Universe just keeps pulling it back, and then they have a Bane. So Enigma, who is maybe was alone or a weaker hero with the Enigma, you could punish, but.
Down bottom, kill opportunity potentially. GH just managed to get himself the bounty rune. They'll turn again the blast. As we're seeing it, as you say, it's a lot of damage, but they're not dying. Fnatic, they have that IO sustain. Well, they've got up top. It was Miracle. Courier taken down there. Fnatic able to get the courier pick off.
Did it die to just a tree? Did it try the Tiny? Did Tiny throw a tree at it? I was looking down bottom.
I didn't quite catch it.
Because I know you can throw Tiny tree at even flying couriers, and it does kill the courier. So, it may have been hit by a cleave, or something along those lines. Universe now starting to back up. He looks like he just uses a shrine for now, giving the Bane the levels in the lane. While bottom, DJ. Run down together.
He's getting himself across, and in fact, Envy's sort of in position to pick up the kill on Mind Control, and he gets it. DJ's going to be fine with the bottle. And now GH, he's in trouble as well. The Rocket Barrage bringing him down low. Envy and DJ looking to find him around the tree line. GH does get the passive stun onto Envy, but there's the tether across, cleaning the trees out of the way. GH does have the stick charge, but the ball slows there, and they'll pick up another. Envy with the double kill. And at the same time, mid indeed. Matuma Man in trouble. He's got the tree toss, won't be on target. Matuma Man will manage to keep himself safe, but 2k advantage now, God and experience. Bottom lane, Envy will go down. Mind Control's able to get himself back. And can he pick up a second? No, DJ with the tether, with the TP, he's out of there. He'll make it back safely. So Mind Control at least able to pick something back up as soon as he returns to the lane. Envy hanging around a little too low. But still, Fnatic, as you say, considering the drafts, it's what we say. It's a lot of the time. It's very hard to judge Fnatic from a draft because they do something different. They do something, they draft themselves into a position that you rarely see other teams do so, but they know how to play it.
The big thing really was the adjustment. They were just like, all right, we can now just move this Tiny mid versus the Brood and throw that Enigma top. And that's really what's just setting up their lanes to such success right now. And of course, that start, having DJ on the IO as well as Paladin the Bane starting up top to put the pressure on onto Miracle. Fantastic start for Fnatic right now. So Liquid, they're going to have to really be playing around Mind Control. Once he gets 6, we're probably going to see that's the thing they focus around. But it's mostly just going to be GH and Kuro making the moves around the map. Assist the lanes. Matu. Taking some pressure in the mid. Level 7 versus a level 9 Tiny.
Abed absolutely crushing it mid. Top net worth.
Matu.
He nearly came back and died.
He was just jungling. Abed threw the tree blind. He killed all the Spiders with that tree.
He's got to be careful.
He thinks now Matu probably expects there to be a ward there because that was a blind tree throw. You see him pinging it out right away, expecting something like that.
Smart stuff from Abed.
He knows what he's doing. He's been lingering in this area too, kind of just sapping experience, expecting Matu to be trying to do this.
GH, bottom rune. We have Abed on the high ground. GH could get cornered off. Indeed, Envy heading in with the missile rocket barrage. Abed's there with the wrap around. There's no escape for GH's Fnatic. Pick up another kill. 5-1. As Liquid. All 3 lanes not going to plan. That's for sure on top lane. Need to lead in. The Nightmare getting in position. Universe surrounding Kuroki. Kuroki will try and retreat. He's got the stick charges. We'll be fine. But every lane seems to be a bit of a danger zone now for Liquid because of the start that Fnatic have got.
Yep. Like we were saying, I think it's like playing around Mind Control is going to be the biggest thing. If not, they have to do double rotations. They have to start making dual moves with Kuroki as well as GH just to try to fix these lanes because it's getting to be a big problem right now. Fnatic have the wards. Alright, Pi does have 1 ward right now. He did place the deep one toward the shrine, but I'm assuming they're just going to be placing pretty invasive wards so that Abed can just run around and do his own thing in this game.
Look at that.
Oh, fighters.
Oh, it's beautiful. just seeing Broodmother's spiders die. It's something that we can all empathize.
Be such a quick blink dagger. And looking at Liquid's heroes, who's their beef guy, right? Who's the frontliner?
I mean, it's going to be the Spectre in about what 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the thing at the moment.
This Tiny is going to be able to one-shot anybody on the map that he runs into, so they're gonna have to adjust for that. They're gonna have to get bracers, cloaks, and raindrops or something. And we do mind control at least has that already. He's got the cloak, he's got the bracer, and the raindrop. So prepared for when Abed does get that early blink dagger.
This sub-universe getting some heavy pressure onto the tier 1 tower of Liquid at this 10-minute mark. Something that, in terms of damage, they managed to do half the damage on the bottom half of the map, Liquid. But this top tower certainly looking to be in the worst places. Fnatic really.
Actually, I like that he went for the Dominator this game, because I know the rise of the Midas was starting to come back, but in this, he's going to be so good at pushing
and look at this bottom. Abed's coming in with the wraparound. GH trying for the TP out, but the Avalanche is there from Abed, turning up at just the right time. Envy turns, holds his ground, slams GH in the face with a bullet. As Fnatic again, they're turning up. Game 1 of the international group stages for Fnatic. This first 10 minutes against Liquid. They're got to be feeling on a bit of a high right now. This is the way that you dream of starting your TI games.
I mean, especially when you're playing with an IO too.
And against Liquid, last year's champions.
Yeah. Like, they have this IO who now, you get your urn started, you start building up those urn charges, and you can just keep your heroes on the map. You keep that presence going, you keep that pressure going. So we thought maybe Liquid, with this Brood, with this Pugna, they can apply the pressure. Fnatic has gotten the lanes perfectly already. Yeah, 4K advantage, everything.
Interesting to see that, though. As you can see from the in-game win probability, it's still 49-51, very close between the two teams, obviously taking into account the previous games of both sides, I do believe. And, of course, sort of their win rates and such with specific heroes. So understandable that despite the fact that Liquid is behind, it's absolutely not over for them. We've seen Liquid, of course, many times come back from situations much worse than this one is. They're 4K behind, but they do have comeback heroes. You know, Spectre, good Haunt usage can certainly bring you back into the game very nicely.
Kuro, brought down by quick brain sap and a mouse. Just some right clicks as well. They're starting to get their ultis online. So Earthshaker 6, we've got on as well, but look at the levels. GH is higher level than Miracle right now. On the Shaker.
Top lane. High. Does get slapped. GHM messing around. He sees the opportunity to double the team's kills and he'll go. Drops the slam. Abed is there. Does actually manage to get the kill with the cleave hit there. Off the back of GH, bringing down Miracle. Abed is going to be played around with a bit, but he's at a fantastic point at the moment. He is very tanky. There's no way that these heroes can deal with him as he runs in with the Tiny, slams down Kuro, crushing him with his fist.
They can't deal with Tiny unless Pugna's there. That's the only way they have the damage solution for him at the moment. It means 2,000 HP already with 8. These heroes cannot pierce through that. Maybe once Matu starts getting these items finished up, which he's getting close now. He actually is about to finish up the Diffusal Blade, which is the new build that we've been seeing. It's like Medallion Diffusal, or you do the Medallion Orchid.
Yep.
See some Chinese players, I saw the Aquila thrown in sometimes, but there's been a bit of an adaptation in the recent past.
The universe has pretty much got his Blink Dagger on the Enigma, so we are going to certainly expect to see some big plays from him, as you say, especially one of the BKB. It is a game where there's definitely potential for big black holes to be had with a good selection of melee heroes. And bottom lane Abed just in with the jump onto Mind Control. He's gone. They've got the chase down onto GH as well. He cannot slow down MV and DJ long enough, as they'll surely be able to continue to chase him down. Rocket Barrage. GH is gone. 12 for 2. Fnatic. Absolutely killing it.
It is really snowballing out of control. When you have a Broodmother and you're 6K behind at the 13-minute, it's not feeling like a very good plan. But Pi, this could be the start of the comeback maybe. But the reinforcements from Fnatic. They even throw back Kuro. Oh, Kuro.
Oh, he's speedy.
Abed's the chase. He's got a tree.
Oh, bottom lane.
Oh, bottom. Oh. The tree throw, and see Kuro.
Well, GH has TP'd in this. I don't know if that was the plan, sir, as he's just dead.
He's dead.
I mean, maybe Liquid wants to give everyone a bit of a chance, you know. I mean, it's looking rough. This is Liquid.
I mean, they're in incredibly deep trouble right now. Miracle's level 7. He's queued up the Vanguard. He's got phase boots, but he's nowhere near anything. And Fnatic's just got a plethora of items right now on everybody. This is looking grim for Liquid. And the thing is, like we mentioned, They have the IO. They've got all these heroes with sustain. They've got IO. They've got Dominator and Enigma.
They just aren't staying on the map.
Yeah, they just don't have to go back ever. It's always going to be that presence that Liquid just can't really deal with unless they actually start making moves with heroes. I think maybe 3-man, 2-man smokes, throw the Spectre, Haunt in. That's how they can start coming back. They do have the Echo available again too, so... They can do. Abed.
They're trying to go on him here with the Horn. Oh, okay, with the full 5-man. Got him. They've got the damage. They'll take down Abed. Good bit of money there going towards Matuma Man. Now they can look to put a bit of pressure on Tier 1 themselves. Fortification will come out. We'll see if Fnatic want to try and contest this and hold them off. They do have that Blink, as you can see there, spotted out by the ward. So Liquid will know the Blink Dagger is there for Universe and should be able to make preparations for such.
Look at Envy. Even using the call down to make sure that DJ the bounty in his bottle. All bounties. For Fnatic, Liquid able to claim a tower. Still quite a long way for that road to recovery.
And this is going to be interesting to see because I feel like Fnatic, I know it's a bit of a joke. We've seen them win a lot of games where they're used to being behind. When was the last time you sort of saw Fnatic crush like this? It's at this early stage. It's not. It doesn't feel very Fnatic to win a game when they're ahead. I feel like we've got to see this game swing vastly in Liquid's favor and then back for Fnatic to be able to close it up. And in bottom lane, GH trying to get a position. He does have the slam. He will drop it here onto Envy, but Envy with the stick charges and with DJ backing up, there's just not enough damage to bring down anyone that's been tethered by DJ at this stage of the game on Liquid's up.
They have to have one of the big cores there to be dealing with damage. Still, Mind Control being the biggest one to get that damage in. Because, I mean, Matu does do a lot of damage, but walking into that lineup from Fnatic as a Brood is still pretty terrifying until he's got BKB finished up. So much magic damage coming through. Tree toss again.
Easy, man.
So, you mentioned, you know, Fnatic when they have leads. Yeah, we've seen Fnatic with leads.
But most of the time,
sure.
Most of the time, this is a team that will be down and will swing the game back around.
Yeah.
Like, can they close it up with the advantage that they have? I mean, that is the question. Like, at what point are we going to see Fnatic really amp it up and start to really clean up those tier 2s and go up towards the high ground? What are they waiting on?
I mean, that's the important thing, and that's the thing we always talk about when we're talking about Fnatic, is when they do get that lead, they tend to, sometimes they chill out, and everyone just starts doing their farm thing, and that's when they start getting picked off. So they do have to, I think when they get the BK finished on Envy, that's going to be the thing to rally around, because they'll have a couple extra items. If they've already got the Blink on Enigma.
Look at this up top, Pi finding the setup with the straight up Fiend's Grip onto Miracle, buying up for Envy to be relocated in by DJ. They'll instantly pick up the kill.
They're going to set up for the relocate, but TP's already coming in. Fnatic setting back up. Can they make it in time?
DJ? The Nightmare? Can they keep DJ? No, he will fall by Universe. He's in with the Black Hole, gets cancelled straight away though by Kuroki. Universe will fall. DJ did buy back for this. Piloter gets cornered in by the Spiders. As Liquid able to take sort of the first sort of team fight as such in their favor there. As they punish sort of the broken upness of Fnatic. Arbit does go in for a pickoff kill. Tree toss brings GH down low, head forward and toss away
the Mind
Control to kill off the Shaker. Matuma Man trying to chase down Arbit. Arbit does have the sustain of DJ. Looks like he'll hold back from diving too far. Arbit quickly cleaves up the Spiders.
Having in that situation, just that lane ward, giving that vision so they can get the tree, and Arbit.
End up finding Mind Control in the tree line as well. So at the end of the day, sure, Liquid, as we saw there, were able to get sort of 3 kills and cancelling the black hole and such, but Fnatic were able to quickly turn back up to the bottom lane and keep themselves comfortably ahead, as we can see. Still an 8k lead, only 18 minutes in, 21-6.
I mean, Abed's such a big problem. 913, 219 last hits.
It's very hard to get. We saw him die the once when they had 5 heroes on him with the one. That was the only time that we've seen him go down, and it still took some time as such. So in terms of being able to deal with Abed in a situation where he's got the team around him, at this point of the game, it looks very hard for Liquid to take down that Tiny.
Yeah. GH getting close to the dagger, though. Okay. That's the big thing that could catch Fnatic off guard. They have to watch out how they're clumping. But Envy have BKB. Looks like it might just be time to start setting up for that aggression. And I'm imagining this is going to be the game where we do see, of course, the IO getting the level 15 act. Axe bonus. Because lately we have seen it, but it's mostly spirit damage. But this game looks like an Axe bonus game, especially with Gyro. Kuro. Maybe they try to transition into a Roche. They've got pretty heavy damage coming in between them. And that will be the choice. Actually, okay. They're relocating bottom to try to maybe make this more unexpected. It's Roche.
Liquid are certainly sort of drawing their attention down towards the bottom, but there's the relocate out. They'll say you can have that tower, because boys, we're in the pit. And now Liquid, with that pressure put down there, can they get to the pit in time? I don't know if they can. They're TPing over to the shrine. Can GH make the jump? He's got this blink. He's got to go straight away. Pops the smokes. They won't see it there. With that neutral, he's looking to jump. They get there in time. They got the horn. So now Fnatic being forced out of the pit. Envy does have the BKB. GH popped the slam, but he's been stunned up by the homing missile. GH tries to juke himself back in towards the hill fall. Envy gets the kill on the Shaker. Towards the high ground, Pilot Eye being chased down by Matuma Man as Fnatic have lost 2. Abed going back towards the pit, the buyback coming out. Pilot Eye, Roshan incredibly low. They don't have detection here, Liquid, so they're just trying to go for it. They don't know that Abed is here. Abed staying hidden and now will reveal himself to get the kill, but Matuma Man snatches edges. Abed did not pick it up. So Abed will go down. Jump forward from Universe. He does have the black hole, but doesn't want to admit for it, as it's only him and DJ that decrepify the control from Kuroki, holding Universe down. Universe, he will fall as well, as the blast is there from Mind Control. And despite Abed's best attempt there to pull off a big play, they're losing it, Fnatic. It's down to just a 2k advantage. Liquid coming back into the game big time around the pit. And there's now that Aegis on Matuma Man.
They got so split up. It was pretty much, you saw GH, they saw the TP coming in from all 4 heroes on the shrine because they had a ward, and they saw the smoke come out. So they saw GH running in, so they kind of panicked. They dispersed all in different directions. So Pi and Universe went to the left, while the heroes went to the right. So they got isolated by the Brood on the left side, and the team fight, Envy's BKB wears out, actually can't make their way back into that Roche pit, even if Abed has that invis. There's still too much magic damage that can come out from Liquid onto Envy.
Envy, he's going to try and chase with the Fisher. Very nicely placed there to slow down that push and make sure Envy can't catch it. Abed might still find... They've got the homing missile set up onto Mind Control. They'll go onto him. He's got the self-decrepify the blast, trying to keep himself alive with the life try. Mind Control, he's going to be okay. There's another homing missile coming in. The fish, but there's the BKB. Envy not messing around, committing for the BKB. He sees some ancients. He'll take those instead, as he doesn't want to chase any further. Will get himself a little bit of farm, but still, what as the fact that this game that was an 8k advantage for Fnatic, it's now pretty much even.
Yeah.
Those buybacks around the pit and the failure to successfully take the fight. Sure, they got the kill on the rush, but they didn't manage to pick up the Aegis.
And that was with DJ also just picking up the mech right before that fight. So they had that like extra burst of heal just to enough, and now he's got level 15, so he's got the tethered ag bonus for Envy as well. Such a bit of a power surge coming in between the two of them. Envy harder, also it's like pretty much gets his free attack speed from it.
And Len Abed able to get himself another free solo kill as Kuro's out low.
We'll see that. Well, we'll really probably get to see those, but bottom.
High again, is there the follow-up? There is the relocate comes in. Towards Miracle. Miracle will go to the high ground. He's got the blade mail. Can they find... That's the question. Universe clears the trees nicely with the Midnight Pulse to make sure that they can have the vision to put him down. And they do find Miracle.
Pi playing Bane. Always able to find those pickoffs. It's a lot because of the wards. That's one of the biggest things I've seen in Fnatic. And mostly whenever Pi's on a team is the warding tends to be pretty good on them. They know the priorities that they want to be taking, and they know if a team is starting to split up after their ultis are down, he knows usually where they're going to be getting for those farms, like those desperate hard camps. The second build on Mind Control, just wanting to blow up the target quickly. I think that's been more so builds we see on, but Aether Lens into them.
You can see there a breakdown of how each team is getting their gold. So, what's the ping? I'm sure you guys will understand that graph.
I couldn't see it. I won't. It was from kills. It looks like, I mean, Liquid's gotten a lot of gold to just comeback kills, especially from that Roche pit. I think that'll happen when you're at a deficit. And I'm not. You're mentioning how he can be a bit scared until he gets that BKB to just run in, but with this BKB now he can just go for the backlines. If he can just get on top of Pi, get on top of DJ, it's going to make their team fight a lot more difficult on the side of Fnatic. And Liquid, in theory, they should be able to have the vision advantage in all these fights, because they pop Spectre ult, and they know pretty much where everybody's going to be. Game here, as they don't want too aggressive on the side of Fnatic into this Aegis.
Obviously, Liquid still needing a fair bit more time to really get the Miracle Spectre into the game, but they do have the Miracle.
Yeah.
It is that, as you say, once the game sort of does slow down to the point where Liquid can fight as four and consistently keep the pressure and attention away from Miracle. Miracle is going to be able to eventually climb back up to the top. It's going to take time though, so it's all on Fnatic to keep that pressure up and make sure the space is not given for the Spectre.
It's always going to be that scary beast. It gets to that late game, your support's just they suffer. Radiance, Manta, you get to that point, the game's going to be very difficult for Fnatic.
Tower for Liquid. In lane Arbed, keeping the lanes pressured in. Again, as we can see, the win probability a while ago did go up to 65% for Fnatic, but now it's pretty much back even. If anything, starting to shift in the general direction of favouring Liquid as the game goes on.
We've got the BKB Satanic first 2 items on NB. As we've mentioned, he has the Aghanims bonus from the IO, so he just feels like surviving is the most important thing. He just wants to be in that front line.
But very close to having his BKB too. We'll have these big items on the cores that say could indicate that they want to start speeding things up a little bit.
Yeah, it could be it could be go time soon on Fnatic,
I mean, Universe has his BKB done.
And I think did Abed switch? He's going for Silver Edge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he just wants to be able to break the Spectre.
Kill the Spec.
Yeah. He'd be pretty decent versus Brood as well.
3k gold towards the red. It's getting close.
Look at Matu, what he's been doing with the Brood. You'll see on the minimap, you see tons of little brown dots. He's actually been spreading his spiders all across, trying to scout information whenever they do split up. And he's just sitting in the tree lines while doing this too. He's just like in a place where they can't kill him. He's like near the Ancient kind of with his spiders, just making sure that he's giving all the info. While you see the other 3 on Liquid, they're all sitting behind the most important person in the game for them, the Spectre. Now he's gonna go join them. He was kind of spazzing out in the trees there.
Just chilling. Find who first pie. We'll manage to get the D ward.
He comes out of smoke as well too. So like and Fnatic smoked up top. And Miracle during all this has gotten.
He's gonna have the relic.
Yeah.
That sort of window that can be the hard one to get through if pressure's up. And at a point of this game, it really was up against Liquid. They were not coming into the lanes as planned. Now, their Spectre getting back into it, has the gold for the...
And they still are kind of sitting in this like zone around him. You see either like Kuroki and GH sitting behind him, or even 3 heroes sitting behind him. Just, we know how important that Spectre Radiance is, that timing. Even though it's coming out late, it's going to be that important for them anyway. Now it's just lots of survivability items, it looks like, on Liquid. It looks like My Control's queued up the Aeon Disc, Kuroki's queued up the Aeon Disc, GH a Yule Scepter. So ways to make sure that they can prolong themselves in the fight. Get more spells off so that the Spectre and the Broodmother can do their job. Trying to be this, ward monster. He's just trying to make sure that they can keep their control of this vision he just placed. While Liquid, you saw them all playing around the bottom and right side, so that's also where they have the vision.
Yeah, who's got Glimmer. Actually, Arbed, at least I guess the advantage of Liquid popped the double damage out of the bottle as soon as he saw the CM. Be able to get opportune use with it. As Fnatic can find a fight, but expected Liquid playing safe. So, inside their base behind Miracle.
Yeah, any unexpected talents we've seen? I think all the ones that I've seen are pretty much the standards. I don't think anything was outside the box. No, standard to me. I've been seeing the Spectre one, the dagger cooldown being the people have been taking that one pretty much every time now that I've seen in pubs instead of the 8 stats.
Oh, top. Deliver the setup, but H&T sat behind Miracle's there with the fish to back him up. Has the ability to cancel the Fiend's Grip from Pi. Allow Miracle to walk up. Does manage to get a 3-man avalanche indeed, and that'll be enough for them to clean up GH. Miracle. Up by the missile, they're jumping in. Universe has got the Midnight Pulse. He's got the BKB Black Hole to hold Miracle in place. No hesitation there from Universe. Sees the chance to get that big solo kill on Miracle. And with the BKB Black Hole, there is nothing that Liquid could do to save him. They tried with the life drain, but that was not going to be enough. So
it's just going to be a farming kills, though. They can't actually breach high ground out of this. They know the Roche is up, but that's a bit risky. But they're just trying to farm out the enemy jungle, make sure they push out the waves as well on Envy.
Mid. High. Find Matuma, quick cleave with the trees. Cleave the spiders with the trees, alright, by the Tiny will get it. Highlight does lose his life there, standing around a little too long. They head up to the high ground and find him. Matuma man. Across the pit. You say, yeah, Fnatic, despite those kills, hard for them to take any sort of further objective.
The Radiance is almost up for Miracle, about 600 away.
Fnatic, can they Liquid getting
They know the Black Hole's down, right? They know Fiend's Grip as well as Black Hole were used. I believe they know that the Relocate was used as well. That's going to be coming up soon, but the big one is, of course, Universe's Black Hole.
They do still have ways to sort of bully them out of the pit, but it is going to be hard, especially when they're taking it down as quick as they get. There's the cooldown from Envy, they'll chuck in the tree as well. Won't find the connection. A Fnatic. Can they actually get in there? There's the Fissure from GH blocking Envy out of the pit. Universe will jump in, but the Aegis has already been picked up as Universe will fall to his death. And Fnatic, they just have to get out of there. They were unable to fight around that pit as Miracle in with the ready to chase down for more, gets that Spectral Dagger slow onto Envy. Slam is down from GH as he catches both Envy and DJ off guard. DJ to fall, Frostbite on Envy holds him in place. That's a triple kill for Matuma Man as Fnatic starting to crumble. They had this lead, but it's now slipping away, a distant memory. Matuma Man, top of the net worth, and Miracle Spectre, each and every team fight climbing back ahead as he does now have that Radiance online, so the fights are not going to get any easier for Fnatic.
He was trying to kind of bait them in there too. You saw him sitting at 400 HP, but with the cheese, he's just like, I hope they turn for me. They did, yeah, he instantly pops it.
It's such an awkward position for Fnatic, because they feel like you have to do something about this, but how do they?
I mean, they don't have Black Hole, right? And this Fissure by GH, it doesn't even connect, but it did the job, right? You see it blocks the path, and Envy's like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds of his BKB there, and then they're able to re-engage on him afterwards.
On him. Ahmed just tries to jump in onto mind control. He will manage to take down one. Can he get Kuro? No, Kuro channeling the ult. Can they kill Ahmed in time? They'll get him. Kuro will fall as GH sits on his head as he gets tossed upon him. Universe tries for the BKB TP out, but the damage from Matuma is too high. Again, Liquid short. Fnatic got a couple of picks. It's another exchange that's favoring Liquid.
Yeah, and Matu. How did Matu start this game? 0-2, right? 9-2-4 now on this Broodmother. An incredible recovery, top of the net worth after everything that has played forward.
Now the question is, how well can Fnatic hold high ground? Pretty well, right?
Pretty strong. Just depends on if they lose.
Gyro, I mean, with the tree throw,
it is
always pretty much cleans up a creep wave.
It's a good amount of pressure on Universe with his Black Holes though, because you can see as soon as Black Hole's down, Liquid feels an immense amount of power coming through.
I don't know how that stat works. Apparently Brood is banned against Liquid 188% of the time, which is understandable because Matuma Man's pretty good, but I'm not quite sure if it's mathematically possible. But there was a team that you're going to find a way to draft Brood, ban Brood again more times than even possible. Liquid would certainly be the one, but as we saw, they got it through here, and not really to sort of Fnatic's mistakes in the draft. This was an early Brood pick, wasn't it?
It was the third pick.
Third pick Brood straight, and it short at the start. Fnatic did have the edge. They were able to get the lanes to sort of make sure that Matuma Man's start of the game was slow. But Matuma Man being Matuma Man, always going to have a very strong chance of coming back into the game as he has done here.
It's just been these Roshans, right? The Roshans is really the big comeback for Liquid. Fnatic tried to do that neat little relocate, play bottom on the first one. It delays their Roshan a bit for Liquid to get there in time. So it's still with this Aegis, playing very confidently, having 4 heroes just perched around the Broodmother as Miracle just farms in the backlines with Haunt available. And this is the, we're getting close to that item time that we're saying for the Spectre that is absolutely terrifying. He gets this, I mean, the Manta's gonna make everything so much harder for them to deal with. Just that extra damage, just more confusion.
What is the plan for Fnatic? It really feels like they have to make this team fight work with the Black Hole and the Gyro, which they just haven't really had the chance to do so.
I think a really big, important thing for Fnatic is going to be making sure that they have at least a vision advantage going into these fights somehow versus Spectre. They want to know where people are positioned. I feel like Pi bought a gem because like the map control is going to start to get more and more important to make sure that these pickoffs, whenever Liquid is split up, whenever they're doing this 4-on-4-and-1.
They didn't just scan down bottom, so they know that Miracle's hiding in the trees. Miracle is going to start to play around with Arbed, though. Arbed, it's got the shadow. Himself hidden, Miracle. Popping himself out of there with the horn. Backs. Was the mid, the pressure put on now as Matumbaman walks himself up to the barracks. With that horn, Miracle was able to pick off Pylai Die.
That was Glyph used, and they took out the tier 3, and they got a kill out of that haunt. And still having Aegis. Now they can put on some more map pressure. They got a Shrine, because that tier 3's been taken. More economy for them, and they've already accrued a 6k advantage. It's quickly climbing, while Fnatic kind of stuck in their base, as Liquid does whatever they want on the map.
This is, as we said, at the start of the game it was like, oh, Liquid looking a bit rocky, but then Liquid were like, hey, hold on guys, you know, we're sort of 20 minutes down the line, because this is back to being pretty much the Liquid you expect to see. Turning up for TI, doesn't matter how far behind they are at the start, they'll find a way to get back in. Back up will be dropped onto Matumbaman. Can they actually kill him off though? He's still got the BKB, he's trying to retreat. Arbed is going to get caught up by GH jumping in with the Echo Slam onto Arbed. Matumbaman managing to keep himself alive. They're looking to toy around with Arbed, but the homing missile and Tritos will actually get Matumbaman finally killed off. Arbed does get bursted by the Nether Ward there as he tried to cast a spell.
It's a buyback from Matumbaman. They know the Enigma Black Hole's down. I guess they just want to try to push forward.
GH, Fish, into DJ, Miracle, looking to dive in aggressive. Radiance has did enough to kill off DJ. DJ keeping the distance. Another dagger flies through, and DJ will be popped. Fnatic just getting pulled apart.
Arcane Rune Spectre. Just, you know, a 4-second cooldown on the dagger. So he's pretty much 500 movement speed running at this IO non-stop.
And it feels like this game may be borderline over. Liquid.
That was with the Aegis timed out as he got Black Holed as well. So it was a pretty unfortunate time for Liquid, but either way they were able to sustain. And yeah, we're just seeing the power.
I mean, this is really Liquid sending a message. It's like, look, we can pick third pick Brood, you can counter us, you can win the lanes, you can get 10k advantage in the first 15 minutes, but then come back. And we'll win the game. And they've got the horn. They're going in. Universe popping the BKB. Pylai getting focused down by Miracle. Pylai Die's gone. Envy having to retreat. Arbed is going to jump in with the combo onto Miracle. Is it enough to bring Miracle down, though? He's got the dagger to get back out of the base. The homing missile still chasing him down. Matumbaman will fall. So he is down for 2 minutes. Miracle does get stunned up on the side. Kuro comes in with a frostbite onto Arbed. But now Kuro himself in trouble. As the homing missile's inbound, Fnatic looking to chase down and take another off Liquid.
Relocate top.
And they're going straight in.
They're going?
They're going for the push. The Miracle will buy back instantly as soon as he sees that play come in. As his will force them back, but Fnatic certainly showing us that they do still have a sign of life. The classic signs of Fnatic life as well. They're now behind. You know, this is where they're ready to play.
Yeah.
So if anything, this is just setting out to be the game that we could have hoped to start TI. We're seeing it all. We're seeing Fnatic win lanes. We're seeing them throw games. We're seeing them bring back the games into their favor. Slightly. Still a lead for Liquid, but it could go that way. We see some other sort of crazy IO plays. I mean, we know that IO in DJ's hands, it's terrible. We've seen it already this game. But when it comes into sort of late game plays, late game calls like that, to go for the split, for the wrap, Fnatic, they've got it down to a T. And Liquid have to be careful about these plays sort of outmaneuvering them.
And they have to be careful right now. This is their time that they can, I mean, not really lose the game, but lose at least a barracks, because there's no Brood for 40.
Yeah, it's dead for 40 seconds.
Mind control, protecting his Nether Ward as best as the daggers begin. They will get a range track, Envy. Trying to continue forward.
They're trying to block up the team with the fishing. Universe goes in with the beacon. Beat back hole onto the illusion. He doesn't get it at all, as he has got to retreat now. Miracle's there, ready to lead in. There's the jump in from GH with the slam. That's going to be Universe got the relocate. DJ saving Envy just in time. But Miracle's there to chase down, of course, with the horn. Will still pick up DJ. Envy does get himself back to base. Arbet being chased. There's a missile onto Miracle. Arbet's flying up the chance of going back in, but no, he heads up to the high ground. But they know, they see him. They've got the Fisher play from Arbet. Nearly gets Miracle. Miracle's got to be careful, but he's keeping himself off the side. Tops the avalanche. The missile. Miracle nearly getting himself the satire. Doesn't quite do it as he has Glimmer Cape. Miracle will live. They do kill off Arbet on top of that cliff. Now Arbet's down for 100 seconds. You got no Universe for 40 seconds, no DJ for 60.
All of Liquid's up now too. Yeah. So it's pressure time. And their waves are in an okay spot. Top is pushing a little bit, but they've got mid and they've got bottom first in, so they can make their way down bottom.
And we love it. Butterfly into Rapier. The question, are we going to see this game go on to the point where he gets the Rapier? Maybe. With the way that this game's going up and down, sure.
This Rax is dead.
The Rax, for sure.
And
it's a long
for a while,
70 seconds. I mean, how long until the Black Hole's back up? 80 seconds. Now it's looking really rough for Fnatic. Liquid have a large opening here to really clean up the base. Unless Envy can do some crazy play the gyro, we'll have, as we say, DJ back with him in 20. And there's a second set of racks cleaned up by Liquid.
And this is a double siege creep wave coming in for Liquid too. Perfect timing for them as they're pushing this. Last one can. I don't think Fnatic can hold this.
They are going to be able to take GH out straight away. GH, of course, will buy back immediately. But Timberman with the BKB trying to come in onto the racks, but now he's backing up. BKB's time to wear off. He's got the move speed of the webs. The slow from the balls not quite enough to hold him back, as they will back off. But at the same time, this is Fnatic pushing Liquid away from Fnatic's final set of racks. So they do keep that last lane alive.
It's important to do that at least. They prolong it, right? We want Envy to get that Rapier.
Can they contest Roche though? It's as we say, it's another bit of time where they do not have the black hole. They don't have the black hole though.
You can't give like Aegis.
They don't have the BKB on Envy.
Yeah,
still down for 30 seconds. He's trying to go in. The Horde's going to be popped immediately. The Frostbite, the Zap, the Light onto Envy. He needs help, and he needs it now, but there can't be any help because DJ gets control on the side. He couldn't get him with the save. So that's going to be Envy dead. He buys back straight away. Pylite die as well. They're going to get back into the game. Arbet with the BKB and the damage. Is it enough for the Spectre to go down? It isn't, as he's going to be fine. Miracle gets himself down to the low ground and out of harm's way as Liquid keep control around the pit. Another attempt to fight round there where they didn't quite have the black hole. They do now have the black hole back up, and in fact Roshan still at about half health.
Universe has to heal though. He's back at base.
He's got that black hole. If he can get there,
get in there. DJ's dead for 50.
He's TPing over. Did walk back to base, so he's still at the TP available. Liquid know though. They're up on the high ground. They know that the black hole is back up.
They're playing impatient. They're letting Miracle run around, pick up items. He's got the heart now finished, so there comes the regen.
Yeah. The Dagon being scaled up as well.
Yeah, they're playing it patient. They know that Fnatic's the ones really under the gun here to make sure that Liquid doesn't get the rush. While Liquid, they know they're just comfortable in this game now. Let the action come to them. They have to. I mean, they've got Haunt in 50 seconds. If they really want it, they can wait that whole time while Miracle just walks around farming. Because Fnatic, they don't take the rush fast enough, even if it's slow. Their base also continuing to get pressured. Those two waves. Two side lane, or the lane as well as the side lane bottom. On 28 seconds. That Rapier has become a pipe dream. We're having to buy back. So the smoke comes out. They're going to try to take advantage of Spectre Haunt down for a few seconds, but
he doesn't have flak for 25 seconds.
Yeah.
So he's fighting without flak here.
And Miracle just starts running in. He knows Haunt's coming back up. He's got a heart. He's got no walking into all this right now.
Base, they're losing tier 4s here. The creeps.
Yep.
Oh, there's the ping gonna come out from Pylite Eye.
And now Liquid's ready to go in the pit. They've got ready, and look where Miracle's positioned himself, just the front line still.
Like for you, how do you find the black hole? It's gonna be so hard. They are fairly grouped up the map. Get himself as he does. They'll get in. They'll jump in now. Does manage to get black hole there, and with that control, they'll be able to burst down Miracle. Miracle does not have buyback. He has. It's still on cooldown for a minute and 40 seconds. So short Liquid. They got the Roshan. Matuma Man was able to get the Aegis cheese and refresher, but they're actually all DJ. GH Gets the slam, he's able to kill one, but he's going to lose his life for that. I mean, now they're 2 heroes dead, 100 seconds. They may have got the Roche, but Liquid, they're too pulled down for 100. They do not have buyback.
They're going to go run to the base,
Fnatic
though.
could just go.
Yeah, they're going to run to the base, though, here. The tier 4 is down to 147
So Mind Control's going to try for the split.
Yeah, Mind Control's going to try to split it off here. But Matumba has Butcher Travels as well. But this is very concerning here. Envy, he's just running in.
He is.
Uh-oh.
They're just going for the tier 4s. But to man, looking towards Abed. Abed actually taking a lot of... Abed's dead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Envy is in trouble as well. He's been Degrapify life drain. He'll turn towards Matumba Man. DJ getting focused down by the Spider. They've got the Degrapify, the burst damage, and okay.
Alright.
This is what...
Well, Matumba Man's still pretty scary even on throwing just a couple spells from the back.
Alright, so another next level play from Lucas. Like, we'll let GH die. We'll let Miracle die for 100 seconds. They're going to go straight for the tier 4s, and then we're just going to end the Spider at them. And it's all going to be okay. And it actually looks like it should be. I mean, Universe, where's the Black Cobber? Not for some time. I know he has...
80 seconds.
He has, of course... no, he's not quite got the Octarine. He didn't quite finish it off, so he hasn't got that reduced cooldown. And Envy's got no buyback. There's still no Spectres. Miracle's down for 35 seconds. That is going to still leave that 50-second window where they are without a gyrocopter.
It's pretty absurd how hard Broodmother hits at level 25.
Yeah.
That talent. 200% lifesteal, 200 bonus damage.
You're not killing him. If you can't kite him or keep him off you, any right click you get, bam, he is gone.
Like, look at this. Watch how fast he turns. Like, Abed hasn't built any armor items this game, so he is a bit low on the armor. So versus that AC, look how quick he chunks him down. Look at the damage on the Spider. Just quickly runs right through them.
I've just noticed we got a new stat as well. You see that, Fox? We've got APM. We're StarCraft now, boys.
I didn't do that.
Look at that. APM of Universe, only 150. Oh, no, GH's APM, 250. Who's got the best APM?
Wait, where do you see that? Am I blind?
No, just above the talents.
Oh, I do see it. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
we got an APM counter, boys. Who's got the best APM? Is it? Oh, only 148 on the Brood. That's pretty low. Oh, Matumba.
247 on up.
40. Wait, how has he got so much more APM than a Brood?
It's just clicking. He's just clicking a lot more. Then we would just click a lot.
Ah, I see.
If you click in between movements, that all counts. Every little action, right? You click stop spam.
Are you saying that's the... I like that.
I like that.
I like more numbers.
I always like APM. APM's always... Oh,
only 87. Someone get that man an auto clicker. He needs to click a bit faster.
Another Arcane Rune for Miracle this time around. Oh, that 4-second deck cooldown. And he's also got the Refresher Shard now, too.
What? They didn't get the racks. They didn't get the racks.
They didn't get the racks. But they have a 20k gold advantage.
Kuro with that hop.
Oh, Kuro. That was Kuro's hop.
Oh, Kuro's sound effect.
I did see it on the courier, but I didn't think it was his.
I mean, yeah, with a freezing field, if he sits there and lets it go, it's going to be hard to stop him from letting it go. And there's a Refresher Shot still on GH. Ooh, that's a 92.
Oh, they gave it to GH. Okay, I thought they were just going to on Miracle.
It's a 92% win rate.
Oh,
sorry, win probability. I feel like I would actually give Fnatic more than the 8% because it's Fnatic. You know what I mean? They do crazy stuff.
The scary thing
they're very far behind in this game.
They're so reliant on Universe getting like a 2 or 3 or more hero black hole. But they have buybacks, they have Aegis, they have Cheese now at this point coming back up, right?
Oh, this could be the downfall though. I see Envy. Did he
switch it?
He switched the Rapier out as quick by comment. You know you need the Rapier. I mean, sure.
He might be getting to the point.
Is very good against the...
And against the Mega Creeps once they're inevitably probably going to get against Megas, right?
Yeah. And of course, yeah, with the Axe Tether bonus from the IO. But it's not a Rapier.
It's not a Rapier. We wanted it.
It's alright. As I said, this game's going to be either 20 minutes or 200 minutes. We're going to get to the point where he has a Rapier, I'm sure. I mean, there's been lots of times where it felt like this game was going to be over and it just hasn't been. This is
one of those, like, the third brush is usually one of those big ones though, right? It's like, you get the double slam, you get the Age of Cheese, and you get most people are starting to hit the level 25s, getting their buybacks. So you look at Miracle, he's been farming a bit, not for an item, it looks like he's just farming for buyback.
I mean,
so he can buy back Haunt if he just runs in.
I was going to say, I think it's sort of you were saying, sure, GH is the flashy player, but is there not sort of an argument that the Refresher Shard's even nicer on the Spectre?
Like, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I think usually it's just better on the Spectre, but having more disables is never a bad thing. Like, Earthshaker is one of the better carriers of it as well. Even a double fissure in a lot of situations can be game-changing. You just hit like a 3-man fissure into a second 3-man fissure. Sometimes you don't even need the double echo.
Here we go. To my man, up onto the back. BKB looks towards Envy. Envy's got the heal and regen from DJ. So he's pretty much back up to full. Matumba Man back away.
That was BKB and Satanic by Envy, right? Yeah, so 30 seconds Satanic, 60 on B.
Yeah, still the BKB down, of course, as well on Matumba. So he himself will have to hold back before he goes in for another push like that.
All the momentum is pushing in onto Fnatic, though. All 3 lanes.
Yeah. They've got okay ways, as we said, to clean it out. Arbed with the cleave, with the trees, and MV, of course, with the flak. But at the same time, using flak to sort of de-push the waves may mean that Liquid can sort of choose to take a fight where he's not going to have it up, which is a large amount of their damage output when the black hole's landed. But I guess the same to be said that you have this tiny. If you get a good black hole at this stage, you are going to win the team fight. Very likely so.
Very low.
I mean, the round is full.
Canadian Courier dies. They have the pop.
They do. They have got the black hole available. And Universe find an option to get in. The Rack's pretty much dead here. As Miracle, he'll look to go forward. They do have the tree toss onto Miracle. He's going to get stunned up as well. Universe going in with KB. Takes a bit of damage there from the blade mail of Miracle, but it's not enough to kill him off. He's actually taking down for the radius though, but two-man moves it. Buyback straight away from Universe. Arbed's going to as well known. He does not have buyback. The buyback play from Miracle to get straight back into the fight. And Fnatic getting forced all the way back to the fountain. The 4 buybacks coming out from Fnatic. Can they hold though? They're without the black hole. And then there's no horn available for Miracle, but they're still so strong here, Liquid, as they head straight away with the Fissure onto Pylai. GH with the double slam, getting them all. Universe will come in with the black hole onto 3, but it's not enough. It hit the deck. GG is called, and Liquid at 50 minutes and 30 seconds will first game here on this stream at the International 2018 stages.
What a swing. What a turnaround.
What an up and down game. It's pretty much as we hope. We hope to see some excitement from these two teams. We saw some different picks, some variety and sort of play. Some sort of surprises, some sort of exciting stuff. You know, the fact that Liquid did sort of suffer as much as they did at the start, and we saw Fnatic play as well as they did in the lanes. But then it just all fell apart. Sort of, it felt like Liquid sort of play around the Roche was each and every time just that little bit smarter. Fnatic couldn't quite find that perfect opportunity to make a big play with Universe's black holes. All the fights were sort of just split up perfectly by Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, I really do think that one Roche thing where they tried to be cool where they did the relocate bottom and whatnot to kind of distract them, but I feel like it actually may have hurt them because the Roche got very low and then Liquid came in, and that was where the whole comeback just started happening for Liquid. So yeah, Fnatic just maybe splitting their resources a bit too much at that point, but their beginning looked incredible. They had that 9k advantage. Abed was crushing it, moving it from lane to lane, and I liked how they initially set up. It looked like they had a great game plan coming into it, and then things just started to kind of fall apart, and Liquid did Liquid things.
So in terms of going into the game 2, how are we going to see teams change things up? Are we going to see the gyro again? I don't know. I feel like we felt we did sort of feel some of the weaknesses of the gyro, specifically sort of flat cannon nerfs. A lot of the times where didn't have as many hits obviously as before, and the cooldown was just a little too punishing for Envy to maybe sort of have that ability to sort of duck and dive in and out of the fights to the same extent as heroes like the